Now we need to subtract mixed numbers. So we have 2 3/4 minus 1 2/3. But to subtract fractions, we need the denominators to be the same. So we need to find a common multiple of 4 and 3. 12 is in both the 4 and the 3 times tables, so we can find equivalent fractions to 3/4 and 2/3 which have a denominator of 12. We use multiplication to find equivalent fractions, and 4 times 3 is 12, so we do the same to the numerator, and 3 times 3 is 9. Now 3 times 4 is 12, so if we do the same to the numerator, 2 times 4 is 8. So we can rewrite our question. Instead of 2 3/4, we can write 2 9/12, because that's equivalent to 3/4, so 9/12 is the same size as 3/4. We're subtracting 1 2/3, but we can change that to 1 8/12, because 8/12 is equivalent to 2/3. So now we start by seeing if we can subtract our fractions. 9/12 minus 8/12 is 1/12, because the denominator stays the same and 9 minus 8 is 1. Now if we look at our whole numbers, we have 2 minus 1, so that's 1 whole in our answer, 1 1/12. Now 2 3/5 minus 1 1/2. So we need the denominators to be the same, and the lowest common multiple of 5 and 2 is 10. So we can find equivalent fractions which have a denominator of 10. 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 5 is 10, and 1 times 5 is 5. So we can rewrite our question as 2 6/10, because that's equivalent to 3/5, minus 1 5/10, because that's equivalent to 1/2. Now we see if we can subtract the fractions. So we have 6/10 minus 5/10, which is 1/10, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So our answer is 1 1/10. And we can show fraction bars to see what we did here. So first we started with 2 3/4. 3/4 is the same as 9/12, and we were subtracting 1 2/3. 2/3 is the same as 8/12, and we subtracted that first to get 1/12 as our fraction. Then we subtracted the 1 whole to get 1 1/12 as our answer. Then we started with 2 3/5, but we saw that 3/5 is the same as 6/10. We're subtracting 1 1/2, but 1/2 is the same as 5/10. So if we take 5 of those tenths away, that leaves us with 1/10 in blue, and if we subtract the 1 whole, that leaves us with 1 1/10 as our answer. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.